Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing. It sounds like it's good. Might get stopped out here. It's fine. We literally just jumped in off the open momentum. See if we can catch a quick 50. That's all. Honestly, I don't mind if we get stopped out. Set stop loss at 18 or 17. So if this turn red, more likely we get kicked out. But it's fine. Like we said, we were just riding the momentum trying to see if we can catch a quick $50. So, but it's fine. Like we said, all right, I can turn my phone down now. At least we'll catch $20. All right, we got 20. Now we can sit here and get started, y'all. That would have been a quick 200 though if it was regular contract. So let's go ahead and get started. First thing first, what is up, YouTube? It's your boy Heath back with another live trading video. Today is October 23rd. We are about to trade futures market. Like I said, I just had jumped in that trade. Literally, I was running behind. I was stuck in traffic. I got here right at 8:35, and I just jumped in the loan, M&Q loan to be safe, in case something like that happened. We caught that loan, got a quick $20, so that's good. But let's first go over the analysis real quick. Because honestly, let me go to the hourly and see. I don't really see our trade happening right now, but it can happen pretty soon. So let me go over our charts. All right. I'm gonna remove everything and I'm gonna start with the daily on M&Q. I know we probably shouldn't remove everything because it's gonna hold us up, but hey, we're not in too much of a rush. So first thing first, on the daily on M&Q, we got the high, still our target. We never took it out. Since the overall structure is bullish, we got this low that we want to see if it can, hold up, to be that new higher low. The true can't beat level that we have though is all the way down here at 23,267. All right, so that's the true can't beat level, all the way down there. This level we want it to turn to the new can't beat level, but we have to come take these highs. All right, mark out the fair value gaps. I'm trying to speed through this real quick because this is something y'all should have on your charts already, because we already did our analysis. I'm just cleaning it up. That's all. Remember, we got this gap that kind of overlaps with each other. All right. So that's our NQ chart. Now, most recent thing we've been doing is what? We just made a high, low, high, lower low. Let me mark that out. Lower low, but then we just made a higher high. So at this point, we're trying to see, can we make a higher low to continue this uptrend? Because we made a lower low and then we made a higher high. That's consolidation because it's not a trend yet. So we're trying to see, can we push up to get this higher high? That's what the market is trying to see if it can do. Yesterday did not help the bulls at all. It closed inside this daily fair value gap. Y'all know I don't like trading inside the gaps. I like when we break out, retest, and stuff like that. So inside this gap, it failed to close below the gap. That is good for the bulls. It failed to close below the gap. So we could see it come back to retest the top of the gap. Since it failed to close below, it might come back to the top of the gap. Now, once it gets to the top of the gap, we're trying to see, what is this market going to do? Are we going to actually close past the gap? Are we going to actually close past the gap, retest, and then get to these highs, start getting to these highs? Or can we just close past the gap and just shoot straight up to the highs? Or do it try to break the gap, fail, and we just straight dump, make a lower low, start making a downtrend, or we just dump to this fair value gap. We really got to see the biggest key level for NQ is literally the top of this daily fair value gap. This right here, and then it's an hourly gap that's right above it, I believe. Those are the two key. Well, on NQ we can't see it right now. We can't see the gap right now. We might get one more long. I think we're finna go long one more time on the micros. Let's go ahead and grab it because this look like it's finna come take this high. It could shoot down on us. It's fine. Yes, we got the stop loss at 2 something, but it's not. We just jumping in and off of momentum, so we're not gonna let it come down to 2 unless somehow some news drop all the way down. We want to see what it does when it gets to this high. Actually, it's already at the main high. Let me mark this out. Kind of want to see these two key levels is the spot. We might have to jump out. Like we said, we got a free $20 to play with. I want to see if we can end up closing past there on the hourly. If not, we still gonna hold because it's gonna be green. We still gonna hold them long because it should come retest this high. Not until we get an hourly red. Like we said, we just jumped in the B trade. Not too worried about this drawdown right now. We waiting on this hourly close. As long as hourly just don't push all the way back down to this gap, we should be okay. As long as it don't push back down to this gap right here. And we're on the hourly on MNQ. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to pull up something else also. Hourly on MNQ. Reason why we didn't take regular NQ because we know, hey, this is a B trade. This is a B trade. Now we might drop down to a lower time frame. I can get an entry to go on regular NQ. I might do that right now. Let's switch over to regular NQ. See if we can get a quick scalp while it's trying to come take this high. We might can get a quick scalp on the lower time frame. So we dropping down to that 1 minute. Okay, we see green. Okay, we might get the scalp right here, right now. I'll go ahead and get in. Might get the scalp just to get this high. That's 160 just to get that high. Is that 90? Alright, we got it. 160 just like that. We didn't even get to set our stop loss. God dang. But it could keep going higher, but we just got that 160. So that kinda not all the way it didn't cover this trade that we got on MNQ. Let me jump back to MNQ. Because like we said, our risk is always at 2 something, but we're not gonna risk 2 something. We're definitely not risking it. But it's covering more than half this trade. So we should be good with NQ. Should be good with NQ to be able to hold it, withstand drawdown. Because we're up 177 so far for the day. 177 so far for the day. I want to see if we can close past these two highs. Let me go back to the hourly though. These two white lines are the hourly. This is the high of this green candle, and then the actual high right there. Okay, I'm about to move my stop up to at least break even. Well, I don't want to move the break even. I want to see us take that high. I want to see us take that high. Once we take the high, I'm moving my stop up though. Okay, yeah, I'm moving stop up. We took the high. We gonna set stop at. I really hate setting that break even. I'm gonna set it at $5. We at least take $5. It might stop us out because I might jump behind too soon. Let's get down to the 1 minute. I might jump in just too soon, but hey, we get $5. It's fine. That'll bring us up to 180. What that'll be? $182 for the day. We actually gonna move it up to the top of this 1 minute wick, just in case they want to leave a fair value gap for us. If it leave a fair value gap, I think we're gonna get our target. I think we're gonna hit our target if we get this fair value gap here. And I'm sorry, y'all, if it seems like I'm talking real fast today, but I was a little bit behind. Like I said, I got caught in traffic, man. So I am kind of moving pretty quick right now. Because this a quick scalp. This a quick scalp trade. The big trade that we're actually looking for is once we take this daily fair value gap. Once we take this daily fair value gap, whichever direction the market trends, we should be pushing hard that direction. If we start trending up, we should start pushing hard to the bull sides. If we start trending down, we should be pushing hard to the bear side. Okay, I'm gonna move my stop loss up to $30, so we at least having $200 today on the top step account. Funded express, so this all is real money. Okay, we up 64 on the trade right now, but we moved stop loss to 31. All right, come on now, that hit TP. Oh, okay, the lag. Man, I was gonna say we hit TP, man. What the heck? 253 on the day, no losses. Let's look at our win rate. Yeah, 253 on the day, no losses today. That's beautiful. No losses, no losses. We still can catch some more trades, but honestly, I'm gonna stay with M&Q. We up 250, so I'm only gonna risk probably $40 more the rest of the day, and then I'm gonna call the stream once we lose $40. All right. Like I told y'all, this is that key spot. This is where we want to see what the market wants to do. Like we said, let's go to the daily. I'm gonna switch to the daily on M&Q. This is that key spot right here. We're at the top of this daily fair value gap. Can we break out and start building above? Can we stay out of here, out of this zone, for the bulls to start coming in tomorrow for Friday? If we close out of here today, if we close above, like I said, close above, close green, tomorrow we would love to see. Me personally, I love just to see a continuation. I won't even want the break and retest right now. I would just want it to go straight to the highs tomorrow on Friday. But we could see today be the breakout. Tomorrow can be that retest, and then Monday probably be that go ahead and go. And we also Friday could also do this to us. We can have green candle now, and then tomorrow Friday come tap it and also break the high at the same time. We can do all in one tomorrow. The only thing that kind of can throw us off a little bit is if we just somehow squeeze and just go straight to the highs. If we just go straight to the highs today, um, Friday gonna be a continuation. We're gonna keep moving up on Friday, but it's just now we really don't know what's gonna happen on Friday if we just squeeze and take these highs today. So honestly, I just want to see a breakout today. Just probably stop like right here at 25, 200. So really not that much more room to keep going up. Is where I'm expecting us to close. So really, honestly, if I'm looking to go long, right now will be the best time. But like I said, this is a tricky spot because this is where the market making this decision if it want to start shooting down or if it want to come up. But we don't have that much space. That's the only reason. Like I said, I expect us to close. This is where I'm expecting today candle to close. Right here. Right around here. Right around here. Leave like a slight gap maybe. Or it might clear that gap. So I'm gonna say, yeah, it might clear that gap. It might come up to 215, something like that. That is some room, especially if you trade regular NQ. That's some room to get it. What, probably about $800, $900 right here, maybe even more. But when you trade an MNQ, that's like $80, and you trying to make $80 or even say let's just say 150. You trying to make 150, but look at the risk you got. It can literally drop all the way to the bottom of the gap, and that's like risking to make. I mean, you trying to make 150, but you're risking about $300-400. That's not the smartest trade for the longs. So for me personally, the best trade is if it somehow start going short, because you got so much room to the downside. Versus here, I don't really expect us pushing past like 25, 220, or 230. So it's really not that much room. Like I said, unless you scalping, then it don't matter to you if you scalp. Like how we just did, we caught 160 super fast because we were scalping with the regulars. This is a strong bull counter. I can say that, man. It's closing pretty strong. We got 5 minutes for this hourly close. It's really, really, really pushing though. I can say that. It's pushing extremely hard. Let's drop down to that 5 minute. I want to see what the 5 minute looking like. What's up, everybody in the chat, man? Y'all say what's up, man. Who all in here? I see it says 3 people, but who all in here? What's up? How y'all doing? Everything is good? Is there anything y'all want me to look at? Honestly, when it comes to this top step, y'all know our main goal is just to get our $150 days so we can keep getting our payouts. We made our 250 today. And the market really don't got crazy enough room for us to trade. Like I said, look at that line that I got for my main target. It's not that much space. Yes, it can get up there, but it's not that much space. What's up, Mel? What's up, Rick? Man, hey, I'm glad to see y'all boys in the streams, man. Just learning, soaking in the knowledge and everything, man. Like I'm telling y'all, this is a very informative stream, man. Y'all can learn a lot. I know, like I said today, I know I was going a little quick just because I felt like I was falling behind a little bit because I was trying to catch them loans just up to this area. Because like I said, once it get up here, it might consolidate for a little while, and I'm not sure what it will try to do. I think we're gonna consolidate here though. But yeah, I'm glad to see y'all in this stream. Like I said, soaking the free knowledge, soaking the free information as much as y'all can. Watch how I trade under certain conditions like today. Me looking when I first jumped in, I was like, okay. When I first got on, I'm already being bullish. Quick is good. Oh, you like it quick, Rick? Okay, okay. Um, but yeah, when I first got in, me seeing, hey, we're pushing extremely strong right here with a nice big green candle. I'm looking to the left. First thing in my head, I'm looking to the left. When we was right here, this one I got in them NQ, the regular NQ for that scalp for that $160, like less than a minute or two. When I was looking at this hourly, I looked to the left. I said, I do see this hourly gap, but we clearly pushed past it. We was like right here. And I was like, what's the next target that it's trying to go to? This high. So I was able to know, hey, I can trade a regular NQ and just take it to that high. Just a quick scalp, you know? And that just did from here to here, it's like $200. I did get in a little bit later. I got in like right here. But that's like $200 just that quick off of a quick scalp. If you trade an MNQ, that's $20 though. It's still good regardless of the fact, especially when it's live money. But just like that, me being aware, hey, we're pushing extremely hard. I look to the left. Only gap I see that was blocking us, because like I told y'all before, the fair value gaps and the regular gaps are the line of defense. Well, if we just broke through the line of defense and we're pushing pretty strong, then I'm knowing, hey, the next target we got, we really don't got no other fair value gaps in the way. The next target is this high, you know. So I'm knowing I can go on the 1 minute, look for some uptrend on the 1 minute, and get in based off the uptrend and aim for this high. You know, I'm using the higher time frame to let me know what the direction. But then once I know the direction and see where the market is trying to go to, I'm knowing, hey, it's trying to go here. If it close past here, the next level it's trying to go to is here. So I can go on that lower time frame and be like, okay, if we close past this high on the hourly, and if we never touch this yet, okay, well then I know the next target is this high. You know, the next target is high, so I'm gonna go to the 1 minute. So let me drop down to the 1 minute. I'm gonna drop down to the 1 minute, and like right here, this is where I got. This is literally where I got in at, y'all. I dropped down to the 1 minute. I'm knowing the target is this white line. I could have held longer. Like I told you, I could have held longer, but I just aimed for this high just in case it somehow didn't close past its first line. But I could have aimed for here. Like I said, that would have been like $200 to $300 just to get there. But right here was 160 from getting here to here was 160. Um, but me knowing, like I said, the next target was right here, this white line, that high. Let's go back to the hour so y'all can see it again. That once we broke past this fair value gap right here, let me mark it out just in case y'all couldn't see. We're on the hour. Once we broke past this fair value gap right here, what do we have left in the way? It's the high. We don't have no other fair value gap in the way. So I'm knowing, like I said, once we got here, I'm knowing, hey, this is the next target. I can take a quick trade just up to there, you know? Um, and like I said, I went to that lower time frame. I seen that red candle. I'm knowing, hey, we're making a low. If I see my first green, I know we're trying to go back up and make a high. And I seen that first green, I got in the long. Could have hit. I wish I held it here. That'd been like we've been up like $1,500 right now. But we just took a quick scalp. Just the reason you gotta also know your logic of trading too, because I'm knowing, hey, I might see some consolidation or reversal in this area. So that's why I also didn't just hold it straight through because it could have went super fast, came up and dropped extremely hard. You never know. So it's always to play safe than sorry, and also be okay with your profits. Like I know all I'm looking for is a quick 200, 150 or something a day just to keep in my payouts. Okay, I just caught 160 in one trade. I'm gonna take that first, and then I'm gonna go trade the smaller contracts to just keep building on to that. Maybe I can close today with 400. Maybe I can close with 500. Um, but yeah, that's honestly that was a nice trade. Like I said, if we would have caught that though, that would have been beautiful. That would have been beautiful. I wish I didn't set that TP. I wasn't gonna set the TP at first. I ain't gonna lie. I wasn't gonna set the TP at first. I was just gonna move my stop loss up. But y'all seen I didn't have a stop loss on there, so I just like okay, it's fine. But if I didn't set that TP, oh my goodness, that would have been beautiful. All right, now let's look and see what we got going on now. We got this hourly, like we said, it closed solid green. Solid green. Honestly, the next target the hourly has is really don't even got another target on here. Because remember, y'all, like I told y'all, we had that shutdown and it left a big gap on top step. So top step, we can't even see these dang levels right here. That's what I hate. And I really don't like trading once we get in this area because I can't see the levels. You got to kind of pan the levels out over here on this side to make up for those missing levels. We can go to SPY, and SPY will show us the actual levels on TradingView. SPY and QQQ. All right, let's go to QQQ since that's the MNQ. So we're on QQQ daily. QQQ, like I said, we got the same game plan as we do on NQ. We want to see can we break out and hold above this daily fair value gap. Now on NQ, we're not past the fair value gap as much as we are with QQQ. QQQ, we're all the way past it. Let me pull up NQ. NQ, y'all see we still inside it. So it's a little bit lagging behind. It's right up there though, but it's a little bit lagging behind. Let's see, give it a second. It's loading up. Hopefully I didn't lose all connection. Okay, there we go. See the daily, we're not completely out on NQ. So we might get a little bit more of a squeeze. But on QQQ we're already outside of it. So I kinda looking at this daily though, I kinda think we're gonna try to clear this gap. I don't think it wants to leave a fair value gap here. I don't think it's wanting to leave a fair value gap. I think we're gonna come up here to this gap today. I honestly, that's what I think. I'm gonna set an alert because I actually think we're gonna come clear this gap. Same thing for QQQ. I mean NQ. I think we're probably gonna try to clear that gap right there. I think the market is trying to clear that gap. Um, let's go down to the 1 minute real quick because we might can catch a scalp because it look like it's trying to push back up. Did we see a higher high? Not yet. Not yet. We still in a downtrend technically. Not until we take this high. We gotta take this high first. I'm on the 1 minute. I'm looking for a market structure shift. We take that high, that's a higher high. We could jump in a B trade and see if momentum just pushes straight up. But I don't even think I want to. Like I said, this is a big area. This is a key area. I just kind of don't really want to take the risk like that. Whenever it's something that I know can have heavy resistance, I'm not trying to trade into heavy resistance. I want to trade where it's easy, where it's no resistance, no support. We just going straight my direction. That's how I want to trade. You know, if I'm knowing in my head, hey, this big area right here is where I'm looking for either the continuation to go to start, the continuation to start, or this is where that reversal gonna come to drop us all the way down. You know, but I do, like I said, I do still think that gap, that daily gap, is going to get cleared today. If that daily gap don't get cleared today and we just straight flush, man, we finna have a huge drop. I'm gonna tell y'all that now. If we don't clear this daily gap and we just straight flush, we might get Like say we not even straight flush. If we just close green here, like say we close down here at 25.08, and Friday come in and it come and tap into the gap and let Friday turn red. Oh my goodness, man, we're gonna shoot so far down, like, cause that's gonna literally leave a fair value gap. That'll be the break, retest, and then drop. So it got it today. It has to clear this gap in order to prevent just straight dropping. All right, it has to clear this gap today. So me knowing that it has to clear that gap, like I said, I could get into some loans whenever the market switch back bullish. Cause I know, hey, it's gonna try to come clear that gap. So say if we just flush here, I'm gonna just wait until hey we start switching back bullish to get back in. All right, let's go. Let me go back to Spine QQQ though, because right now I don't really see nothing to trade yet. We probably gotta wait like 15 minutes or so. So we back on QQQ. Let's look at the 1 hour. Cause like we said, main thing on the daily, all we trying to see is it gonna close past this daily fair value gap. That's simple. Same thing for ES, same thing for SPY, same for NQ. We just trying to see if we're gonna close past the daily fair value gap today. That's the biggest thing. We already touched the top, so we kinda 80% did our target today. The last thing that's left is we gonna close past or not. That's the last thing that's left. Um, is we gonna close past or not? So we will, like I said, we could see consolidation here just because that's the ultimate decision. Is we close past the gap or not today? So we could see the market slow down here. We can see it spike up real quick and come right back down. We can see it drop real quick and come right back up. So but this gonna be like the median. It's gonna be that middle line, that daily gap, that top of the daily fair value gap. That's gonna be like the average. That's where if price get too high, it's gonna come back down to it. If price get too low, it's gonna come back up to it until we get closer to the end of the day, and then it has to make that decision at that point. Okay. Unless, like I said, unless we somehow just squeeze past the high. If we squeeze past this high, then it don't matter nothing about this gap. I highly doubt we coming back down once we take the highs. It's just gonna be straight bulls after that. Looking at the hourly, his hourly on QQQ up, down, higher high, lower low, higher high. So we got a lower low with a higher high. And this is no trend yet. No trend yet. So with me knowing, hey, it just made its higher high, we might see a red candle come for this next hourly. We either might see a red candle or a very small green candle. Because it might, like I said, it might be trying to consolidate here. It's probably setting up basis to consolidate. All right. So just be patient. Wait until you see some good setups. Let's drop down to the 5 minute. 5 minute. We finally got our first red candles after that strong explosive bull run on the 5 minute. We finally getting our potential higher low, or if it want to come down to lower low. But we finally getting some type of low because we finally got some reds. When all this green was here, it was no type of low. This was just all one big high. You got to envision that. If we don't see no red, just imagine this is just, hey, the market just going higher, higher, higher. Yes, it got wicks on these candles, but we don't count those as the lows. We got to see some red coming to play. Once we see red, we know what the market is making a low. Red telling us market is making a low. Soon as we see green, it's telling us market is looking to make a high. So once we get our first green, we know, hey, that's the low right there. It basically stopped the market from going lower. Now it's starting to try to see how high we want to go up. So soon we see our first green, we know, hey, market looking for a high at this point. But right now it's all reds. It's looking for its low. It's trying to find its bottom. It's trying to see if it's trying to where the base gonna be at. That's what it's looking for. It's looking for the base right now. When we seen all these red, it's looking for the base. It's trying to see how far down this market want to go before it come back up. So and you supposed to just follow the candle colors. If it's green, I'm staying with green until we either come hit a high, which it will be like a ceiling, and if we can break past, okay, we should keep going up. I'm gonna keep holding with the greens. If we hit a fair value gap, If we close past, I'm gonna keep holding. If we reject there and get our first red, I'm gonna get out. It's that simple. You just follow, literally, you just follow the counter colors until you get to either highs or to fair value gaps. You know, once you get to them highs, okay, now the market got to make a decision. Is it gonna close past to keep going, or is it gonna reject? When you get to a fair value gap, the market got to make a decision. It's gonna close past or reject. It's that simple. When it's red, same thing when it's red. We gonna take the shorts and just keep following the shorts until we either hit a low or until we hit a fair value gap or regular gap. Once it gets to that gap, the market got to make a decision. Do it want to reject or do it want to keep going? So you just literally following the counter colors, following them around. All right, that's simple. That's simple. The biggest thing that messes traders up is not even knowing what direction the market gonna go. It's more we put too much on a trade. That's what it is. You over risk, you over leverage a trade too much. When you be brand new, you might be okay. Okay, I can risk $20, $30 a trade, and it won't mess with your mind as much when you see, oh, I'm down $15. But when you brand new and you sit there and go buy a regular NQ contract and you see yourself down $150, it kind of mess your mind up and you will move your stop loss. You won't sit at the right spot. You'll be like, hey, I'm losing too much and just close it on your own. Everything. Like, that's what usually mess a lot of traders up is that we either close the stops, close the trades too early, um, or we don't set our stop loss where we're supposed to set it because we're over leveraging. We're putting too much on one trade. And that's the key thing that mess a lot of people up. Take your time, trade the smaller contract. If you see an A plus trade and your account size will allow you to risk more, okay, take that risk, you know. But if you know I only got $100 account or I got $100 before I blow my account, I shouldn't be risking 200 on a trade if all I got is $100 stop loss. You know, $100 to risk, but my stop loss really supposed to be at $200. I shouldn't get in that trade. You know, so that's the biggest thing that messed a lot of people up. We just over leverage. We overdo it a little bit. Because we want that money so fast. We think, oh, we gotta hurry up. Let me hurry up and make $200, $300. Oh, I just passed my account. Let me hurry up. Let me hurry up. Like that's the biggest thing that mess people up. You gotta take your time. Trade them. It's okay to get $30 here, $40 here. Y'all see me come on here every single day. I go ahead and take if I see a small trade, I'll take my $40. I'll take my $80. Yes, due to me knowing how to look at trades on a bigger scale, yes, my little $20 trade end up being like $100 because I know how to keep holding it through there. But that takes time and experience. But I'm fine. I'm completely fine with taking $80 and walking away. You know, if that's all I wanted to risk and that's all I felt comfortable with risking, hey, it is what it is. I'm gonna take my money and walk away. That's the biggest thing. It's always best to make money or at least don't lose money, rather than being negative on the day. So it's best to have a zero balance. Stay exactly what you was for 3 days straight versus losing 3 days in a row. You know? Cause it messes with your psychology. Yes, you'll be upset like, dang man, I got on for 2, 3 hours and I ain't make no money. I only made $10. Hey, it's still is a step in the right direction at the end of the day. So that's the biggest thing though. That risk management is the killer, man. Yeah, we got our first. It looked like we getting our first green candle in 5 minutes. Only thing I'll say, I don't see it bouncing off any significant gaps or nothing, but it might be bouncing off like a 1 minute gap. I'm not sure. But even just because we see this first green candle, Rick, we gotta see it switch back to either a higher high, especially if we don't see it bouncing off a gap. That's where the market are tricky. If you don't see it bouncing off like a fair value gap or anything, but somehow we got a green candle and we didn't take no lows, we didn't bounce off no gap, the market could be trying to trick you. It could be setting up to make a lower high to keep dropping to go down to a gap. So you got to be careful. The only way you can be 100% sure, hey, we finna start back moving along, especially not for bouncing off any gap, is once we take the highs. Got to go take them highs. And when we take the highs, you have to see a green candle come, you know. Because say if we take the highs and it like say we came down here, we took that high, but it was a red candle, it still won't count. But now we got a green candle, so all we just got to see is it take the highs at this point, and then the long should be keep going. But if it don't come up there and take that high, you taking a risk with these loans because, like we said, we don't see. I'm gonna try to zoom in. I don't see no fair value gap in this area, so I'm not sure what it's trying to bounce off of. Don't see no fair value gap. Even when I go back, I don't really see none. Let me look over here. So I see a fair value gap over here. And even if it does, even if we do, we still need that structure to break. Yeah, I don't see no fair value gap. So it literally can be trying to set up to make a lower high. We gotta see this high get taken out. All right, Rick. But yes, we do got our first green candle. So that's telling us, and this is how you can trade the continuation candles. It closing green, that at least tell us we're looking to make a high. So what can we expect? The market should at least come attempt to take this counter wick right here. You see that green counter wick? It at least gonna come up inside this range. At least since it was a green counter, it's going to come up. You hear me? But for the continuation, once it get up in this range, can it close past to keep going higher? See, look at this, Rick. You see how it's dropping? That market can trick you. That's all I was trying to tell you. Just because we seen that green candle, if we look to the left, we didn't see it didn't bounce off no gap. It didn't break no lower low. So at this point, it can be trying to trick us to set up a lower high. You know, you gotta always look for it to either have bounced off a gap, took out a low. If we was moving an upside, if we were moving to an upside, you want to see it take a high, stuff like that. It gotta hit something significant. Like I said, it still can be that reversal point because it can be like a 1 minute gap that it bounced off of. But you want to see whatever time frame you're on, you want to see it bouncing off a gap or it just swept a low, you know. So like say if right here this green candle was a low and it stopped right here and we just swept it, then yeah. And if we swept that low and closed green, yeah, it's gonna come up because it just took out a low. It basically bounced off of a support level. But right now where we're sitting at, we didn't bounce off no type of support. You see that? We bounced off no support. So yes, we got movement to the upside, but it's more just based off of uh regular like just people just putting orders in to buy. It's not based off of technical analysis. Technical analysis, we gotta bounce off some type of support. Now, if you're looking at this daily, maybe this daily can be your hey, I'm using this daily as my support, but we was looking on the 5 minute. I would want to see that support show up on the 5 minute. It could bounce off this daily, but I would want to see it on whatever time frame. That's another big thing. Whatever time frame you on, you want to see your confirmations on that time frame. I can't sit here and be like, oh, we close green, I'm going long, and I don't see no confirmation on the 5 minute when I'm trying to take my trade on the 5 minute. You get what I'm saying? I gotta just because I see confirmation on the 1 minute, I need to see it on this 5 minute to 100% let me know we're going up here. You know, because I might see that confirmation on the 1 minute, and it might make a higher high on the 1 minute, or it might go take a high on the 1 minute, but then on the 5 minute it didn't show me confirmation, so it can come right back down. You know, so right here, so we had green, red, and yes, we got that green on the 1 minute, so it looked like it's gonna do that higher high, but then what happened? It just shot straight down. You see that? Because that 5 minute, we was looking at our trade on the 5 minute, and it didn't give us confirmation. So now we made a lower low, just like I just told you, Rick. It could have been setting us up for a lower high, and what it did, made a lower high. You see that? Because we didn't see it bounce off of nothing significant. Honestly, the first significant spot I see is down here. We might see around 605 maybe. I also see a gap right here though. It's literally bouncing off a gap right here, if you can see. So it could bounce here where it's at currently. It could come down to this 605. And it can come even lower if it wants, because technically If we're looking at this 5 minute, where's that can't be low? All the way down here. So technically it can go as low as 603 or 602, whatever that low is, 603. So it can literally come as low as that and still be an uptrend. Gotta wait. That's why we gotta wait on it to give us market share shift. So say if it come take this high, that'll make a higher high, and then we can start saying, okay, it's a higher high. We either can take a B trade for the continuation straight up to the high, or we can wait on a better trade where we get the break, and then we get a low, then we come make another higher high, take that long all the way to the high. All right. Honestly, me personally, I think I'm done with my top step today. Like I said, I might take one more trade, but honestly, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I feel like if I just take one trade, I'm just risking $40 for no reason. We literally got a perfect. Yes. Yesterday we made 700. Yeah, you would like to repeat the same thing, but it's okay if you don't repeat the same thing. But we got a perfect day today, man. Like perfect day, no losses. Um, and 253. So we went past our profit target because you only got to make 150 for 5 days for your withdrawal. Um, so we passed the profit target and everything. So it's no sense of messing up a nice trade day, especially when we know every this is a key level right here. You know. Oh, I see us bouncing off this hourly gap right now. Y'all see that? I just noticed that on M&Q. I'm on the hourly. We're bouncing off this hourly gap. If we get a green candle, I honestly I think this next candle gonna push us back up. But not this hourly candle. I'm talking about at the 10 o'clock hourly. I think it's gonna push us back up. So you might can get a long, especially if it don't close in here. That might be our one trade we do. We might get one M&Q long. We're gonna let it come back down here again. If it gets close to 10 o'clock and it don't close inside here, we're gonna just take one long. At least it should take us to like 50% of that candle, or at least back to this white line. We can catch. What would that be like? It might be like $60, $70 right there. We can make extra. So we're gonna let it come back down. Uh, but if it just goes straight up at this point, then it is what it is. Or if it don't never come back down here to retest, it is what it is. Let's go to the 5 minute on M&Q. Yeah, cause I just literally bouncing off of this hourly gap. Telling y'all we might be ranging. This might be that long as we supposed to take. If we gonna take this high, it's definitely. I think it's gonna come up here to these highs. That might was the longs we supposed to take right there, but it was still a risk because we still don't got structure to the upside yet. But it's definitely pushing hard though. Definitely pushing. But I really don't. Unless we like scalp. But yeah, we didn't even make a higher high on the 1 minute. Yeah, I'm not messing with it yet. We gotta wait. When it make that higher high, we still don't want to get in straight off that higher high. Cause like I said, on that 5 minute, we want to see higher high, higher low, well low, and then go back up higher, and then we're ready to go long. So even if it take this high, we really don't really want it. Even if it take the high, unless it's somehow, say if it just close straight past like this gap right here, cause we do see a gap here. If it closed straight past this 5 minute gap, then that's the only way we get straight in. If it closed past this 5 minute gap, I'm gonna make it blue. I wish I could write text on here and type 5 minute on top of it, but they don't got where you can type the words. If it closed past there, that's the only way we go long. Cause just like how we just said, look how it just came right back down. So okay, we push past. Can we close past? That's the thing. Can we close past? We got 10 seconds. If we do close past, I'm gonna take a long. It look like it too. Wait, we're gonna take that long. Aim for the high. Stop loss. It's gonna be risky because we is taking this continuation. So we're gonna bring it down. Honestly, I don't want to see it come back below here, but it might weaken down below it and go up. Let's go to the 1 minute real quick. We lose this though, we out, y'all. We done for the day. I really don't want to see it come down here, but it might just. We're gonna risk 50, so we at least still be up 200 for the day. Come on, 1 minute. Start building some base for us. Start building some base for us. At least come take this first high right here. Oh, it is a gap. Oh, it's a 1 minute gap. It might be rejecting off of. It barely tapped it. Ah, come on, come on, come on. Like we said, we took this one little gamble trade, but depending on if we can hold, I think we're gonna push up. I think we're gonna push up. Come on. I think we're gonna push up. Let me change this to white. Well, I ain't gonna change it right now if it's moving fast. Alright, let me change it to white real quick. Alright. Come on, let's see if we can push past this one minute gap, y'all. Can we push past this 1 minute gap? If we close in it, I'm moving my stop loss up. Even if we don't close in, I'm still gonna move my stop loss up. Alright, right to the bottom of this red counter. Yeah, I'm moving my stop loss up. We close past it, I'm gonna bring my stop loss at least to a couple dollars, $5 in profit. So we only risking 25, so we at least walk away with 225 today. And it might just wick us out, but we gotta see. It might just wick us out. Cause it did fail to close in here. I hate that. If we see a red candle, I'm probably gonna close myself. So this candle has to close green for me, honestly. If it don't close green, whatever the bottom of that red candle was, that's gonna be my new stop loss, y'all. I need to see us just keep pushing past this 1 minute. Cause I don't got time for consolidation. I do not have time for no consolidation. Come on, we got a higher high. So we built a little bit of structure, but it is on the 1 minute. Y'all know 1 minute structure is not as valid as a higher time frame structure. Come on, push, push, push. Turn green. Turning red, I'm telling you, I'm gonna move the stop loss to the bottom of the wick. Alright, stop loss at the bottom. Stop me out. Alright, we only lost like $5. No, we only lost like $5 that trade. If it push up, it's fine. I really don't. I just didn't like that situation. You know. See, look, and it would have came and started us out for what it was, $50 we had risk. It was close to it. It didn't stop it out all the way. If it push up, then it's fine though. Like we said, we didn't like that situation. If you don't feel comfortable and you was taking that risk, you gotta trail that stop loss. We only lost $5. We was risking 60 at first. We only lost $5 on that trade. We could have went undefeated today. I am a little upset today. I messed my undefeated thing up. Well, we lost 424 on that trade. I did mess up my undefeated. Dang, for the day. But we gonna call it. I'm not gonna trade my top step no more. Cause I'm not. We gotta keep the at least one loss out of 4. That's good. But I ain't trying to have 2 out of 4. You know what I'm saying? But that was just a quick risk we was taking because it did look like it had a little bit of momentum to the upside. It probably still got some, but um, yeah, we just took that little risk. It looked like we got higher high. If this can close red, I honestly, y'all know what I think. It's gonna close red and it's gonna come all the way back down. Honestly, that's what I think. It's gonna close red and come all the way back down. But if it can close red and then we make another high close above it, then we might be going up to that main target we was talking about. But I'm gonna call it for today, y'all. Like I said, we're gonna close today with 248 for the day. So, all right, y'all have a good one. Your boy Keys is out. Peace. It was pretty nice today though. We only had to stay on M and Q today, so can't be too mad about that. Y'all have a good one though.